The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said to his disciples, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. You have faith in God. Have faith also in me. In my Father's house there are many dwelling places. If there were not, would I have told you that I am going to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back again and take you to myself, so that where I am, you also may be. Where I am going, you know the way." Thomas said to him, "Master, we do not know where you are going. How can we know the way?" Jesus said to him, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you know me, then you will also know my Father. From now on, you do know him and have seen him." Philip said to him, "Master, show us the Father, and that will be enough for us." Jesus said to him, "Have I been with you for so long a time, and you still do not know me, Philip? Whoever has seen me has seen the Father. How can you say, 'Show us the Father'? Do you not believe that I am in the Father, and the Father is in me? The words that I speak to you, I do not speak on my own. The Father who dwells in me is doing his work. Believe me that I am in the Father and the Father is in me, or else believe because of the works themselves. Amen, amen, I say to you, whoever believes in me will do the works that I do, and do greater ones than these, because I'm going to the Father." The Gospel of the Lord.
Most Reverend Bishop, all the healers in our midst, brothers and sisters, what we dream alone remains a dream, but what we dream with others can become a reality. The theologian Edward Schielebix said that, and I thought on a lovely Western Michigan morning, a Dutch theologian would be just the thing to start us off. Now, it's true that I or any one of you can make a difference by ourselves. We might even make a splash. But it is unlikely that alone we will change the world. So the question for today is, how will I change the world? St. Peter says to us in today's second reading, "Come to him, a living stone rejected by human beings, but chosen and precious in the sight of God. And like living stones, let yourselves be built into a spiritual house." Come to him. In other words, come to Jesus. Shape your life on the living stone. Now you could say, hey, wait a minute. Jesus was rejected by the people. But St. Peter reminds us he was also chosen and precious in the sight of God. And so there's the challenge to you and to me. Like living stones, the scriptures say. Like living stones, let yourself be built into a spiritual house. In other words, follow the way of Jesus. Share his resurrection. And when you do that, and when we all join together in doing that, we will indeed be able to build a spiritual house that will change the world. What we dream alone remains a dream. Alone, I am powerless. Together, with people who share my concerns, who believe as I do, who are filled with the same Spirit of God that I am, that fills each one of us. Together, people like that are powerful, and that power will help us to share and to shape the world we live in. And I believe that the church is that group of people. The church is a community of faith with a heart like Jesus for justice, for peace, and for the poor. And so we want to be today what Jesus was and is. Chosen and precious in the sight of God. And if we are bound together as a church, then we will indeed see the world around us change. What we dream with others can become a reality. Today, here at the Cathedral, we are celebrating those who in our midst recognize the need for caring for those who are ill in any way. Some of you here this morning are highly skilled surgeons, doctors, nurses, therapists of every kind. Others do the administration that makes it possible for all those skilled medical people to work together. Others provide staff to make it possible for hospitals and other institutions of healing to work well. You are a community working together. And because you are, the world changes. The world in which you work is a better place. And people who were once ill are often made whole. But I'm going to challenge you today to do even better and to become living stones like Jesus, so that you will be part of the many who will be built into a spiritual house. Now, some of the medical professionals here might say, hey, wait a minute. I'm a medical professional, and I need to keep my religion where it belongs. in church? And I would reply, no. You need to be the best medical professional you can be because of your religion. There is no question that the medical professionals here are exactly that, professional. And we thank God for every one of you. But when you live out the religion you profess, when you recognize that being a stone like Jesus will allow you, no, it will enable you to be a person with Jesus' heart for justice, for peace, and for the poor, then it seems to me we have built a bridge that too often separates the medical professional and the sciences that go with it from the person of faith. And I believe we need to build that bridge so that a medical professional admiring of and committed to science can also be a person of faith, a follower, and a believer in Jesus, the healer. As we build that bridge and determine again which road we wish to take in our professional and Christian lives, maybe we should reflect a bit on the poet Robert Frost's words. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth, then took the other, as just, as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden back. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Medical professionals, choose the other road. The road that will enable you to be a Catholic, Christian, medical professional who is willing to be a stone in the building that is the living Christ, whose life was spent as a healer. And then, like Christ, you will be chosen and precious in the sight of God.